Changing your company's name is a major step. So why do companies like Google and Facebook do it? Why do some businesses rename themselves? Well, some companies outgrow their names as their business model changes. So let's take a look at the top 10 companies that changed their name. Before we get any further into the video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring that bell to get notified about our latest videos. Okay, now back to the video. At number 10, Google changed its name to Alphabet. Admit it, when you think of Google, how many of you actually think of Alphabet? It's been more than 6 years since the search engine king changed its name to reflect the several businesses it acquired during its fast expansion. DeepMind, a pioneer in artificial intelligence, Fitbit, YouTube the video giant, and of course the omnipresent search engine that has become more of a verb, are all a part of the Alphabet world. Alphabet also invests extensively in startups as well as more established digital companies like Uber. At number 9, Netflix cancels Quick Start rebrand. When DVDs were still in use a decade ago, Netflix offered a DVD by mail-in service in addition to its booming movie streaming service. It chose to try to set itself apart from the competition by renaming its heritage DVD delivery business Quickstar. Customers and investors didn't really like it, and the stock dropped by half its value until Netflix made a dramatic U-turn. It hasn't looked back since, and now boasts over 200 million users. At number 8, tobacco giant Philip Morris became Altria. In 2003, Philip Morris, one of the world's largest cigarette firms, opted to rebrand as the Altria Group in the face of legal action and public relations crises. Some claims that the brand was plainly intended to separate the corporation from its poor reputation, and so only served to magnify the unfavorable image. At number 7, Datsun becomes Nissan. Whether or not you were alive during the 1960s and 1970s, the phrase Datsun may bring up memories of a vintage automobile. After oil prices spiked in the 1970s, the fuel-efficient Japanese brand gained popularity in the United States, but the company rebranded in 1981 to unify its entire vehicles under one brand. According to Jim Hall, principal of Birmingham, MIC-based automobile consulting firm 2,953 Analytics, do go off the cherished Datsun brand cost the corporation hundreds of millions of dollars. At number 6, WWF becomes WWE. Do you recall when the World Wrestling Federation became WWE, or World Wrestling Entertainment Incorporation? The modification was made as a result of a long-running dispute with the World Wildlife Fund over the abbreviation WWF. To avoid conflicts with the WWF's pandas, the wrestling club changed its name in 2002. At number 5, Sound of Music to Best Buy. Richard Scholes, the founder of Best Buy, gave his retail locations the punny brand Sound of Music, back when his business sold largely audio equipment. A tornado knocked the roof off the Sound of Music shop in Roseville, Minnesota in 1981, demolishing the showroom and damaging most of the inventory. Scholes relocated the damaged things to a parking lot a few days later and announced a tornado sale, where buyers could get the greatest deals. During the 2-day tornado sale, the firm sold more things than it ever had before. The company was renamed Best Buy 2 years later. At number 4, Pete's Super Submarines became Subway. In 1965, Fred DeLuca, a 17-year-old, borrowed $1,000 from a family friend, Dr. Peter Buck, to launch a sandwich business in Bridgeport, Connecticut, which he named after himself. They had to abbreviate the name on occasion to fit it on outdoor signage and radio commercials. In his memoirs, DeLuca writes, "When people heard the term Pete's Submarines over the radio, they commonly assumed that they heard the phrase Pizza Marine. When customers asked for seafood pizza at his restaurant, he realized they needed a new name. As the business evolved, they renamed it to Pete's Subway, and then to Subway." At number 3, Relentless to Amazon. You'll be swiftly taken to Amazon if you put Relentless.com into your browser. That's because Relentless was chosen as the first name for Jeff Bezos' budding company. Friends thought the name was a little scary, so he proposed Awake, Bookmail, Browse, and Cadabra as alternatives. The letter name, which alluded to abracadabra, was scrapped after Bezos' lawyer misheard it as cadaver. The winner was Amazon, which conveyed scale. The Amazon is the world's biggest river as by volume, and began with A, which was useful in a period when websites were frequently ordered alphabetically. At number 2, Matchbox became Tinder. Matchbox was the first hookup and dating app, and it was named by the various metaphors and love on fire, sparks flying, flames igniting, and smoldering stairs. But as co-founder Jonathan Baden explained, they realized the name wasn't quite right, so they looked for synonyms in a thesaurus. Tinder drew their attention not because it was a unique word, but also because of its homophone, tender. And finally, at number 1, Facebook changes name to Meta. Meta means beyond in Greek, and it was chosen to reach beyond the social network where it all began. The name of Facebook's parent business has been changed to Meta. In addition to Facebook, Meta controls Instagram and WhatsApp. Meta also refers to the metaverse, which Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg wants to create, an online environment where individuals can interact, collaborate, and communicate virtually utilizing Facebook's Oculus VR headsets. The rebranding comes at a time when Facebook is seeing terrible publicity, so it might be a method for them to remove themselves from it, but Zuckerberg puts a more positive spin on it, of course. So guys, that's it for our video. What did you think about our video? Let us know in the comments down below. If you're new to our channel, be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell to get notified about our latest videos.